All right, I'm coming out of a sick bed here for a report on the big fights this weekend, in which I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm actually going to gamble, quite a sum. Well, not that much actually, three or $4 or $5 in my bets. Now, the first one I have is I'm having the underdog be the favorite in this fight. Yeah, yeah, Dimitri Bivol is fighting Gilbert Ramirez. Ramirez, light, super middleweight, 6'3", is going up against a light heavyweight champion who's about 6 foot. He's a bigger man, come from the lower weight class to the higher weight class, who's actually bigger physically. And I believe he will win. He's a boxer puncher, very aggressive, a little unorthodox. And he is just the remedy to Dimitri, who's also a good boxer puncher, but doesn't have the firepower that Ramirez has. Um, and maybe a little more speedy, just a little bit, not a lot. That's the difference there. And I think Gilberto is going to press the fight. He's not going to allow Bivol to rest, and he has enough firepower to knock him out. It's as simple as that. 44 victories, 30 knockouts. That's a pretty goddamn good percentage. So I have this going by 10th round knockout, late round knockout. That's what I got. On the preliminaries, Zhiganov Romanov. Look at that. I actually did an Eastern European name and I got it. It's going to identify Zalfi Barrett. Rigomov is 16-1 with 13 KOs. He's big. He's a pressure fighter. He's a Eurasian tornado. He pressures you. The Joe Frazier type situation. Throws a lot of punches, keeps on top of you, has a very good punch. He's fighting Barrett, who has some firepower himself, and the styles complement each other. Barrett is primarily a boxer who can punch. He 28 victories and 1 defeat, 16 by knockout. He's got some pop. He's also been knocked down once, according to the records. So, getting ready to rumble. I think Rigomov will be able to floor him maybe a couple of times, but the big long drink of water that is Barrett will get off the canvas and he will nail Rigomov, and he will floor him a few times. But in the end, his firepower, Rigomov will be coming into the punches. Very good fight. Sort of like Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali style wise. Only Muhammad has a little more pop than Ali had, I think. Yeah, no, Ali had a good punch, but he didn't have a great punch. Okay. Now let's see. Jantel Cameron versus Jessica McCaskill. I'm favoring Jessie. Jessie McCaskill is, and John Taylor is no pushover. Very big as a boxer puncher. But McCaskill is a big puncher, boxer puncher, better punch. Also, I believe she's just a tougher woman. She's been around longer. Not that Chantel is not a tough woman, but we're talking experience. You know, I think Jessica is the only fight I know that she lost. I knew she lost to was Taylor. So it's a very tough fight because it's possible Chantel could come on, put out box McCaskill. I think McCaskill's grit will up, and she'll maybe even floor Chantel at one point. We don't know. It's going to be a very good fight, very close. David, okay, here now those are the two prelims, and Dimitri Volvo fight. On the undercard of that, let's see. I don't get into that. I'm a little confused. This is going to be on a whole bunch of other undercard fights. These are the main fights that I've actually bet money to. For I have Barrett knocking out Romanov. Ramirez knocking out Bivol. All right. late round knockouts. Let's see. Jessica appoints Chantel tomorrow. Now, David Morrell against Aldous Yukazgabudazubudagudibada. I don't even get into it. So Y, two Y's on either end. Yuga Bosigya. From the steps of Russia, the unpronounceable one fights Morale. I say mid-round to seventh round KO. The Cuban is very good. Very few fights. He's going on this 5 or 7, but he had a big amateur background. Very athletic, very talented. Ados is primarily a boxer. I seen him fight. He does have a good knockout percentage. I think out of his 16 victories, he has 10 by knockout. Accumulation of blows. He's not a bad big of a punch to fights I've seen him in. He will be outgunned and out-talented. Yes, okay, here. Underneath that is Yulis Gomez against Jason Rosario. Both these guys can punch, but one can take a punch and one can't take a punch. Gomez is very fast, very aggressive, and very powerful. I believe he will blow Jason Rosario out of the water within 3 rounds. KO, straight up KO. I could be wrong, because if Gomez gets too overconfident and tries to walk through Jason, he might get himself knocked out because Jason can punch. He's a good boxer puncher. I don't think he has a great chin. And you got to beat the Cuban, you need a great chin. Fyodor Skanzerkizov against Nathan Gelmore. All right. It's American versus somebody from the Buldan. I think it sounds Czechoslovakian, but his name seems Czechoslovakian. Theodore will outpoint the American who could punch. Gilmore has won against undefeated fighters and 1 fight that he should lose. Big punch, good boxer, good boxer, puncher, aggressive. But he's a little too slow for the Fyodor. He's one of those guys who's always dangerous and yet causes the upset once in a while. But I think Fyodor will be a more safety first. He won't let himself get in position where he gets knocked down. Could happen. What happened? The fates are not always fixed. Let's see. Andre Durrell, his father just lost a big fight to Plant, is going to fight Yanakazkia Gonzalez, which is with the Russian and the father and Cuban mother. What's going on here? This guy's from Cuba. I say Gonzalez will beat Durrell by a late line KO. Gonzalez has a lot of talent, but he is a fringe contender. What you call a fringe contender? Andre Durrell was, I believe, a champion at one point. He's a twin brother, very talented, but he's a little bit long in the tooth. Although they keep in shape, both brothers. I believe Gonzalez will knock him out late in the fight. That's my belief. J. Rock Williams against Ronaldo Manzila. Basically, just as J. Rock's, who's a busy, practical, pressure fighter, I believe he will outpoint Ronald. I don't know the record of Ronald. I know he's a club fighter, good club fighter. Good club fighter is always good. We're okay. Let's see what else we got here. Ken Cruz against Enric Gotcha. Okay. I haven't seen either one of these fights. This is a rematch where they fought to a draw. Who should I pick? What should I go for? I'm just going to be spiteful and go for the guy who has an easier name to pronounce, Cruz. He will outpoint Enrique. That's my predictions. Came out of a sick bed to do this. This is how much I care about you, my 3.5 roster of followers. Anyway, goodbye. No glasses on. Oh, this is much better. I have to concede them. I can't be this family forever, but I want them to see my eyes. But yet, this makes me look intellectual. Maybe I should go for the brains now instead of the beauty. Oh, yes. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.